through. And I'm sure there will be more obstacles to come, like in the waterfall. But in the end, there will be peace and a lot of goodness and beauty and just everything good.
What makes you sure about that?
Well, I think it's a journey of faith. You have to continue to believe in goodness and the help of others. And I take it day by day. I think it's a journey of faith. I can't see the future, but I know it's one of goodness if I believe.
Do you think you can go back to the same what happened to you in the past?
No, I can't, because it's like taking 2 steps forward and 1 step back, or even 2 steps back. You can't have weakness, you can't have strength, more strength than weakness, because you'll just be going back and you won't be going anywhere. So no, I cannot go back. My past was a mess. I can only go forward, look to faith, and look to believing in goodness in order to move on with my life.
From the people you were associated with them before in the past, what you learned from that? What you learned from the relationship with different people in your life, and how they affect you, good or bad?
Someone told me that a person is like leaving a footprint or like a thumbprint on you. They can do good or bad. And people in my life did that. They left prints on me, both goodness and badness. And the badness affected me. It made me bad. And I don't want to be bad anymore. So I kind of took a vow with myself not to associate myself with those people, negative people who would bring me down, leave negative prints on me. I decided, no, that's it, I'm finished. It's only goodness from now on, and positivity.
By this way, you can advise the young people the importance of the companionship and whom you associated yourself with.
Most definitely. The company you're associated with, it's like we all have different energies and we all are contagious. And so if you're with bad people who are like a virus or a flu, they'll contaminate you and they'll make you sick. But with good people, warm people, good-hearted people, you'll become more like them. You'll become like them. You'll be a lover and not a hater.
What you advise to Chinese American to mankind, especially those who fear Muslim and people with beard, especially the first time you meet this brother?
I think that the important thing is to look beyond the surface, to look at someone's soul. I think it's easy to do that if you open your heart and look into someone's eyes and you can feel their energy and their goodness. And also to look at their actions. If they do what they say they're going to do, they're not liars. They're good people. And you can judge for yourself whether or not people with beards and Muslim people are good or bad. The important thing is to look at the heart and the soul and not the appearance. This is very important.
Do you have a final thought to all the young girls like you?
I just want to say, please believe in Allah, the Creator, because He will bring goodness to your life, here and thereafter.
What about one time you told me about you're scared of knowledge, you're scared of change? What do you think about that?
I think I was being ignorant. I think ignorance creates fear, and fears generates animosity and violence. And so seek knowledge, seek wisdom, seek the truth. You will find happiness and peace.
How you know it is the truth?
Through investigation. I asked Brother Ahmed to explain to me the creation of mankind, and he gave me this analogy, because I was confused with evolution. I was always taught that evolution was the non-religious way of looking at how things came to be. And he gave me a very simple story of a boat in this remote part of a jungle where people didn't have knowledge of science. And he said, look at this boat. It just appeared out of nowhere. A tree once decided to crack and lay itself down with the timbers and the nails and said, here, I'm a boat. I created it all by my own. That can't be. And if something as simple as a boat didn't just create itself, how did mankind just create itself? Like, we just popped out of a monkey one day. A monkey said, oh, okay, I'm going to be human. You know? And through reading, I read there's lots of books out there where it can educate you about Islam and what their teachings are. I read about things with clouds, things with waves, the mountains, how these things were created and how they function and how they're perfect systems, and they don't just work on their own. Somebody is perfecting it, and it's the Creator doing all of this for us.
By this way, now you can say knowledge is powerful or weakness.
Knowledge is power. It gives you strength, and it gives you endurance, it gives you hope, and it gives you faith, and it makes you keep going.
By this way, in this case, what is your advice to the young youth? Seek knowledge.
Seek knowledge, exactly.
Search. Ask questions.
Ask questions.
Don't fear.
Don't fear.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Don't fear. Just read, ask questions, go to people who are kind and good, and ask for advice, ask for anything that you feel like you need to know, any kind of big questions like about your purpose in life or about where you're headed. They will answer to you.
What happens if you do not find such a person?
Then you're left with patience and faith, and you look to the Creator. He will give you guidance. He will give you strength. He will give you will and goodness to keep going.
Do you have anything to say to the Chinese?
Don't be afraid. The Muslim people, they're kind, they're generous, they're good-hearted, and I love them, and I'm proud to call myself a Muslim.
Can you say it in Chinese?
我就想告诉大家，不要害怕，他们就是好人 ，Muslim。我想他们叫穆斯林，他们是好人。你只要把你的心和你的脑子打开，问他们问题，他们是很美的一些人。And they're really beautiful people. please, I ask you to open your hearts and your minds and to seek them, to find goodness and peace and happiness.
Make prayer for us.
Mashallah, inshallah. God be with us. God willing, He's almighty and powerful and all-knowing. He is goodness, and bless us in this life and hereafter, forever.